Hello, my name is Alan and welcome to the BTG Pod Talk, your home for basketball in East Africa, straight out of the Pearl of Africa, Uganda. Now we are three big voices bringing you real stories, real energy, and real conversations off the court. This is where basketball meets with its fans. Sophie and Innocent.
Hi everyone, my name is Sophie, and guess what? We had the first weekend of the second round of basketball, and guys, the news, the vibe is so high, so we'll be giving you everything that has been happening.
Murakoze, my name is Innocent, and it's interesting being back here. Really, it's fun, and since the last episode, we've had so much news. We've had so many games. The second round of the season kicked off. We've had players cross over to Tanzania, and the Tanzanian league is ready to take off. So we will be diving into that.
And players crossing to different teams, obviously, in the country. It's not that they are running out of the country. We have some that stayed.
Yeah.
You had to talk about that. I don't know even where to start from because the stories are really very interesting stories. A lot of things have been happening. But, Innocent, let's talk about JKL Lady Dolphins, the saga that is around. Before, in the last episode, we really had a hint about JKL Lady Dolphins, but we didn't go in depth. But now we're here to give another exciting thing that they did.
Exciting is subjective, but
over the weekend.
Yeah, they did give off a walkover to the KIU Rangers, team coached by, of course, the legend Tony Direba, who once said he does not coach chaotic basketball. Statement was plastered everywhere, and it is testimony in how the KIU have started to grip into his philosophy. But back onto the JKL, they give a walkover only because they didn't have the numbers. It is said they didn't have the numbers enough for them to actually participate. Now, they released a statement later on saying that they actually turned up for the game, and it was scheduled to be at 3, but it did not happen at the time when they had planned to have that game.
But it
had been pushed, and they claim they did not receive prior communication from the federation. Now, a lot of confusing, of course, information coming through from the JKL, and the federation has not put out its own statement concerning the whole situation.
But a walkover was given, Innocent.
Yeah, it was. It's a statement in its own self, considering that is how the rules are. You don't turn up, they give a walkover, but I mean, JKL puts out a statement, explaining a 2-paged statement. It wasn't just a statement, 2-paged, signed off by the director of communication himself. And then we go on, and it's chaotic.
And of course, the whole saga came in when the president of the club went to a certain radio station and had to threaten.
Exactly. But you see, for me, Alan, it's not good for the game, because the president, Mr. Freedom, was trying to hold the federation captive, hostage of what they wanted to be. We will leave the league if you do not hear us, if you don't listen to us.
Come on, these are defending champions.
Yes, you are defending champions, but
I know, but
we have other teams
Yeah.
in the league. What should you say? They are the record champions of the league.
I knew that you would say something about UCU, but it is okay.
And they're on fire.
They're on fire, exactly. There's Jetty, the KIU, that are rising up.
KCCA,
so all these, and for me, it is testimony to how the league is, but also to the fact that the federation cannot bow to your hostage, holding them hostage, as Mr. Freedom was saying, So for me, it is a trick. I think they wanted to get their way, but then the federation was firm to it. And for me, them not even coming to give a statement shows that, well, the situation you're actually pestering in the news is not as big as you think. And probably you as a team, yes, you contribute big to the league, but you are not as big as you think. Well, also, I need to correct myself. Yeah, the KIU are not coached by Tony.
Yeah.
I had made that mistake. Tony is the KCCA coach. Yeah.
Let me pick Coach. Sorry, Sophie's Sophie's point here. Now, Sophie, you see, JKL is a team that had, in the first round, they had a roster of some players, but there is a time where the games that were closing, the round one, they used to have 6 players show up, 7 show up, but they would win games.
That's
with
Sunday game in Logogo.
So now they come in, and one of the excuses that the president of the federation gave was the players have gone to do examinations. Now imagine they have 6 players. Now, for example, like 3 are doing examinations. How many players are they left with? The options.
But to me, what I think is that as a club, you should plan and know, if I have students, I need to have people who are not students. But and you've been in this game for so long. So me, on that JKL thing, one thing I hate is I hate how the big so-called teams in Uganda are running down. If you watch NBA, the teams that used to be big are the teams that are still big for years. But here, every team that gets there, somehow, somewhere, I think
Apart
of
from
structure
City
and
Oilers,
everything.
come on,
Yeah, okay,
come on.
because they have that structure. 1, 2, 3 years, you guys. Me, I'm not happy when I see Power playing in Div 1 or something.
Warriors
It's
disappearing.
Warriors disappearing. It's because we don't plan and we want to blame it on someone. You get it? Now you're saying because like the statement, I read some of the words in the statement that were there, and we can't play a game or 2, but it rained. So what should City Oil, UCU, Res Life, who also play their games later, say? Should they also be like, we are leaving?
Okay, what should the JKL, the men, say? Because it looks like they're not under the stewardship of Freedom.
Yeah, they're
Were
not.
acquired by someone else.
Yeah.
And when you look at them,
Johnny.
Coach Johnny, and they're slightly in a more sorry state as compared to the women.
Yeah.
But you see, the news surrounding the JKL women's team started from when the season was about to start. News comes out, Flash has acquired the team. And then later on a statement comes out that is not true. And then before we know it, Kamwada has crossed over to the Pearl Queens, and she was very instrumental in that team's success and probably how they set up and how they do their business. And then Hope
She leaves
exceptionally leaves the country to Morocco because of what she gives to the game. And that was after, I think, the Afro basketball. She was exceptional in that tournament. And then Morocco, somewhere, a team decides to acquire her. She goes.
And she's doing well.
And
So
she's doing well, representing the country. And for me, it's good for the game and good for her. She needs to really earn from her talent when she can, and still at that age. Now, coming back to the JKL, that news did not actually make good of themselves when that news came out, because it only spoke chaos and disorganization going into the game. Now, they did not even try to defend themselves. 3 games towards the end of the first round, they actually had 5, 6 players turn up, and in those games, Nachinji was very instrumental in them winning those games. There's one actually they were beaten badly, and one they nearly lost to Nabisunsa slightly, and then they come back and win it. So they did not really make good of that news, but also the noise that was surrounding them. And now they're caught in the same situation. You cannot tell us that you want us to believe you when you write a statement, a 2-page statement, and you're explaining yourself. Well, in Uganda, we have a statement. When they start explaining, there's something wrong, So they're explaining themselves. But for me, I think they need to go back. Like Sophie said, teams need to start creating structure for themselves beyond one manager. If Freedom leaves now,
it's
JKL
me,
will be done.
Allen, in like how we are like, you know what, guys, we have money, let's start. No, you need to sit down. Know someone who has been in this game for long. How have they been running? Run with them. And that's one of the problems we have here in Uganda, is we don't want to ask the people who have made it or who are there. If we have teams sit down and they're like, this is the manager, this is the what, would not reach this extent of where we don't know who speaks for JKL now. We don't know who is, like, because of the chaos that's running
Exactly.
around. Now we know, hey, this one is in this charge.
Definitely. When we talk about JKL, we will not end because every week we are going to have an episode about
Exactly,
the team.
yeah.
Every day we have something new that is coming up.
It might go on until the end of the season.
Because, man, people want to sign 6 players. And I don't know how it's going to be happening in the Uganda National Basketball League. But moving on to our transfers. The second round is now up for grabs, actually.
Yeah, open.
Transfer window. Sophie, I'm going to start with you. What transfer really excited you and what shocked you so much?
Obviously, the last time we were here, I talked about the defensive player we had. But now he was in a team that was putting him down. And I was so excited that this guy went to a new team. He's playing. Ozil is now playing for Summit. And I know he moved to the right place because that team is so competitive, and that guy will put his body out there to make sure that he gets all the rebounds. So, me, that was my
defensively,
Now, imagine
he's
Summit
exceptional.
now has Ozias
Yeah.
Chikoma. That name, I really don't want to mess up with people's names.
And they have
Names. He's a Congolese
Yeah.
international. And now they have Joseph Chuma.
Yeah.
One of the best rebounders we have in the league.
And he has a
and
sig in
even
Changam.
Cheng has
Don't
been
know.
picking up
And
with
even
his
Cheng, I don't know what is
rebound
going to be happening in the playoffs, but it's going to be really, really interesting. That
It's
is,
up
if they
for
make
grabs.
it to the
the
playoffs.
season. Yeah, the season is up for grabs.
We really trust that they will make it to the playoffs. They
And-
always give us an interesting game. Sophie, any other
That's one
shocking?
That's one other thing I love. So the other thing that was shocking over the weekend was that game of Umu Flames versus JKL.
Quite an
So
interesting game.
this game goes up to like the second quarter, and like JKL was having 7 points.
Yeah.
Yes.
And these guys were having like 20 something. And you guys, you can't believe we had an overtime. So we
I
are
saw
not
that
so
overtime
scored
and I was
at
like,
the
Shots
end of
that
wow.
shouldn't have
quarter.
counted, but somehow
This guy kept giving all the threes and they were not entering. The only one they needed, he made it. But unfortunately, they lost the game. Umu Flames won. The game ended, I think it was 84.
Yeah.
But I love second round basketball because every team will come and show you I am here. So first round is like they play hide and seek. Then second round, they're like, you know what? I'm tired of this
I
hide
think
and
the first
seek.
round they want to find out who they are.
Yeah.
Apart from Res Life, I think Res Life had a very good first round.
Yeah.
I think
Compared to all these other
Res
teams.
Life's journey is a testimony of what structured a basketball
Yeah, when
is,
you
but also
get to
system,
structure, 'cause-
because you create that momentum through a journey, you know. And I think for me, Coach Moses
Yeah.
and Mikey complement themselves better. One knows what structures are, the other just knows basketball. Coach Moses knows basketball and knows when to kill it off. Against City Oilers, he knew when to kill off that game, you know. And then Coach Mikey, on the other hand,
But you
understands
guys,
what
for me,
structure
when you
is.
talk about those coaches, first of all, let me cut you short. When you talk about Coach Moses, Coach Tendo, Coach Naja, Coach Muzungu, what is his name?
Mikey.
Yes, I'm sorry, Coach Mike. I'm sorry, Coach Mike. But these are coaches that know each other very well.
Yeah.
They've been with our under teams, national teams. They know each other's strength. I really enjoy watching them play.
And they know
Like,
when this
so
one
and so
should
what
sharp.
exactly.
Yeah.
Those are coaches that have been on our grassroots basketball, so they know what to do at what time. Every time that City Oil is playing Riz Life, it's going to be an interesting game.
Yeah, that's true.
Because it's good basketball.
City Oil versus Res Life versus
Versus
UCU, or
Very
even
interesting.
even when you go past that and then go to JT, a game,
Yeah.
any game that involves JT between the 2 or the 3 is always going to be interesting, you know. I think I want to live in a time where we have Nick, Tony, Tendo, Mose in the men's basketball as coaches.
And Ben.
We will
Ben
be there to watch
Yeah,
my
Ben,
Ben Koma,
yeah.
yes.
Oilers are having a good run because there is a man down there. He has less words, but
Yeah,
Action.
he has
exactly.
this.
Yeah.
He
The
has
mind,
brain.
the brains.
Yeah.
Okay, the transfers. Let me, Sophie. That is all for you. The
Yeah,
transfers.
I'm enjoying
I'm going
the
to go to the
second half.
gentleman. I definitely know he had very. Sophie doesn't want to talk about the
The transfers.
At Res
but
Life,
but Namongo, Did you added Chris Omanye? You guys, you didn't have Chris Omanye in the first round.
Chris
Anyway, it comes on
Omanye,
board.
we had him. So him coming back is like
No,
okay,
but
it's-
it's a
normal.
huge
Yeah, it's-
acquisition
yeah,
for
but
Res Live.
still it's
Very huge.
normal
Yeah.
because if it was his first time appearing, then that would be like a big thing. But he had stepped out, but you would have it in your mind that he's
Okay,
coming back.
leave alone Chris Omanye. I want to ask you this one. Do you think Tembo is a good addition to Namungo Blazers?
Tembo and Nyebo, that's going to be a good one.
Someone said you should add Zembo. I don't know. Someone said add Zembo and Pembo. Find something.
No, but Kasereka,
Yeah.
Tembo, I think for me, experience, experience is going to speak really huge. He's been in the league for some
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
He knows the league probably in the corner, and he knows that arena very
every
well.
corner.
Yeah, in every corner. I think
He
for me,
sleeps in the arena
exactly.
shooting.
Probably when you
That's
take
a
him to
joke.
Abidjan Park or UCU, I know some games are going to happen in at Kivubo Memorial Stadium. Those he might not really know, but when it comes to YMCA and Lugogo Indoor Stadium, he understands that
And he's
code.
a playoffs player.
He's
Exactly.
been here with KU and Summit. What do you expect?
Exactly. For me, it is one of the best acquisitions that Nam Blazers has made in a while. And I'm saying that because the player that exits to create that space, we've been for a long time crying about why they're wasting that space, you know? Personally, you have a big, yes, but he's not going to give you 15, 20 minutes, you know?
Yeah.
And he's defensively good, but he's going to be a war in almost all games in the playoffs because he's going to give you 5 minutes or 3 because of his knees, you know? And then you release him and acquire you actually make a statement in Kasereka. For me, that is a big statement and a testimony of
A
what
big
they
step.
want.
Statement,
That
it
was
is
a
so
nice
big,
butter
but my
trade, right?
highlights-
That
Yeah,
was a
but-
butter trade.
But-
Still on the transfers, I
But
think
before
City
you
Oilers.
before you go to City Oilers, I want to say something.
Yes.
For me, my highlight was the video that went on
Ah.
social media unveiling Tembo. It was beautiful.
Yeah, it was beautiful. It
Yes.
was.
Kudos to Namungo
Some
Blazers.
team has
like
had
a star.
some team has had some
Lee.
chaos around itself in terms of captaincy, but we shall
I
get
know,
into
I
that
know.
after.
No, that was just an error of
You have to
writing.
say that, Sophie, because we know where your
Yeah.
interests are.
But
talking about
transfers,
Yeah.
City Oilers, I think, have made good of what they needed to. Left
But
space.
that's hard for you when it comes to second round.
No, but I think this time around they're making a statement, considering, I think Nam Blazers winning that championship is a blessing in disguise for City Oilers because it gave them a check, you
Oh,
know?
yeah.
And now Haj woke up to understand if I actually do not make a statement, they will come again, you know, because they have a team
he knows
good
the
enough to make
strength.
that statement, you know. But going on to acquire a player he had acquired for Bal and made a huge statement at Bal, 22 points in his first game, to come and play in the Ugandan playoffs. Guys, when God blesses you, he blesses you with a
Maybe when it comes to Haji's signings, I would be surprised if Haj doesn't bring a good player when it comes to second round of playoffs.
we've seen players that
I'll
come.
be surprised and disappointed.
No, we've
but
seen-
I know when it's second round, Haji will go and he gets you the one good dog to play all his
I think
games.
for me-
you're all talking about the one who appeared in BL.
No,
How
yeah,
about
but
talking about
yeah, Magom, you know, Haj is
Komagum.
very... Yeah, Komagum. He's very interesting.
But,
he
okay.
goes on to acquire two
Me,
players
I'm not scared.
with Ugandan passports.
Hey,
I'm
we
not
don't
scared.
want you to be
No,
scared.
the second round.
We're not
The
scared.
first
Okay.
one.
Actually, Sophie, we don't want you
Like
to
I
be
watched
scared. I
him.
don't want
Okay,
you
am
to
I
be like-
Ugandan?
I don't
Am
want
I
you to be like-
Ugandan? Ugandans will come after me, but
I
for
don't.
him,
We're not here to
but
scare
it
you.
was-
yeah,
Let's
but
not
the
scare
first
Sophie.
signing
Yeah,
it
let's
was.
Stop talking about the transfers of City Oilers. But now we crossed over to a Ugandan, now going to shine
Yeah,
in the Tanzanian league.
yeah.
She has been with the Foxes. Foxes, a ladies team.
Yeah,
The
Foxes.
former champions
Yeah.
of the reigning champions of the Tanzanian basketball
She was
league.
part of the team that won the championship,
Yeah.
right?
Yes,
Yeah.
that's Fox.
Eh,
So
Open.
you see how Ugandans acquire players
Yeah.
in such a time. So Nachiji was the player they used to acquire in the
Exactly,
Tanzanian
playoffs.
league. Yeah.
She went and bowled with Brenda
Yeah.
Ekon
Yeah.
and There's a lady who plays with KCCA. When
Her name
okay,
is
Yeah.
it's
also
okay,
out
it's
of my
okay.
mind,
But they did a very fantastic job in Tanzania and managed to win. And Sharon Sharaba was also in Tanzania
Yeah,
during
yeah,
playoffs.
Sharon Sharaba,
But that
yeah.
team was
My
beaten.
player.
Yeah, I know why she's your. But it's okay. No,
Obi Oji.
no,
that
even
is my
Nachinji,
daughter, in
even
other words.
Nachinji, she was in the previous, in the last season. She was one of the best players that we had.
I think
Made it to the first 5, the best 5 of the season. Best point guard.
if not the best point guard Uganda has now, I don't
Best
see
point
anyone
guard.
else.
Now she crosses over to Tanzania with real basketball club.
Yeah, yeah.
Innocent, what do you have to say about that?
Well-
For me, the news excited me that jersey is very beautiful. I have to say that, and I'm one of the people who are going to
Nachi
buy that
is
jersey. So
playing.
if you can, the photo shoot was legit. If you can get me that jersey, you're watching me, and you can get me that jersey for real basketball team in Tanzania. Please, I can pay any amount of money.
You're going to rock it.
Well, the Tanzanian league seems to be rising because of a few innovation. News has it that they have a huge deal coming in with the NBA. But for me, I think she joins the team, not really known. You might not find any digital print for them on media, but a team owned by a musician known
Navi
as
Kenzo.
Navi Kenzo.
Which shows that Tanzania has money.
Yeah,
But
there
what
is
is
money
Eddie
in
Kenzo
sports.
doing in Uganda?
He had
People
that.
like Eddie Kenzo, come and invest in basketball teams.
Please,
Because
come
now
and
you
watch
see,
our games.
teams do
We
not
need
have
more
money. We need
investors
more
in the
investment.
basketball league. Yeah.
If Eddie Kenzo comes up today, we have this guy who is coming up now.
Navio watches games. 'cause
Yeah, yeah.
There is a
He's-
time
he's a
I saw him
basketballer.
in
Even
Rwanda
Eddie Kenzo's
watching.
daughter
Yeah.
plays
I
basketball.
saw him in
Watch
Rwanda
the
watching
Olympics.
watching ball.
Navi has played ball before.
No,
both in
no, no.
South
I want
Africa and
this
back
No,
this
we want
musician
their
who is
money,
making rounds now on social media of late. The husband to Etania.
Joshua Baraka.
Yes, Joshua Baraka, come on. Teams are here, up for sale, up for grabs. People are selling shares. Please come and be part of
JKL might
Lady
need
Dolphins.
some money,
You know?
to kick
Because
off.
we still need our team here.
Yeah,
You
but,
guys.
but
please.
going back to Nachinji and Real, for me, I think she joins a team not really known, not a big team in Tanzania, has not, I think, been below the bottom of the league, but it's a statemental signing for the team. Nachinji comes as not just a Nachinji, but one of the best point guards we have in Uganda and probably for the Gazelles for a long time. You know, we've cried for one like her, and she comes in and, you know, she's been exceptional both at Afro basketball but also for the JKL, and when she went to Tanzania to represent, she's been really very exceptional. Now joining a team like Real, she's going to make a killing for it, you know, for me, and it's good for me. I'm happy she goes to make extra bread for her family. That's what I wish for
In Uganda, we
for-
say
for-
kaogo.
yeah, for sportsmen here. I think for me that's one of the things I wish for them, because Ugandan sports does not have that much money really, but when they get to go out there, they make more money probably, and they better their lives, you know, so it's good. But also of course the president of the federation, Thabet,
Yeah,
Hashim,
in Dar City.
he plays for Dar City. He's a
Yes.
former, I think, NBA, he has a relationship with NBA, but he plays for Dar City. He's the president of the federation, has brought in a bit of vibe in the league, and they're rising, you know. You might have seen them fumble in their qualifiers of the BAL, but yeah,
But
they will get there.
I had my player there. So please don't talk about that city.
Yeah.
But Tanzania, when you see these teams coming up, the federations putting in some money, it shows that East Africa basketball is really getting where we want it to be, and we see more competition, players transferring to different countries and different leagues. It shows that now we need to grow more grassroots.
Yeah.
And that
We probably
is
need
good
more
for the country
academies
as
for the
Uganda.
game, you know. I know.
And more structure.
Yeah, I know.
Like if we all start on a good structure,
Exactly.
we'll not have these conversations of power living,
For me-
warriors, all
For
those
me,
stories.
I am
All-
very
those stories
happy.
are hurting.
I am very happy to see High Hoops
Uh-huh.
even taking part in Div 1, Div 2. Went to playoffs last season and
Yes.
lost at semis. I am happy to see Watoto, both girls and boys, come in because they're giving you under 18 squad. There are 4 Watoto players, you know, 2 girls
wow.
and 2 boys. Omar and then McMort, and then you have Belinda and Brindana at the
There is
girls.
a young girl of under 16.
Exactly. So that for me gives me hope that that his structured basketball coming up. You
Yeah.
know, if we have more of those academies, the Altons, you know, for me it's good for the game.
Because
All
the
right.
kids are
The
boring.
I care basketball, please.
Yeah, I care basketball, Alton, Watoto,
Exactly.
High Hoops.
Off
You
the
guys
bench.
are doing great.
Thank you very
Off the bench.
Yeah.
Cause
There are
that
many
is
we might
Street,
not
of
really
course, there are
finish
many
all
we
of
can't
them.
mention
Yeah.
everything. But now, Sophie, I want us to close with something very beautiful. We are heading into how entertaining is the second round going to be? The second round of basketball. How entertaining is it going to be moving forward?
So me, one thing I love is how
And
these
let's
kids-
not forget that now second round City Oil managed to beat Res Life. I had
You
to
guys.
I had to say that on air because
They
the
needed
previous
to pick
episode,
one.
exactly, the previous episode, you guys were all on me. Res Life beat City Oil. Ballet is back.
Yeah, he
and
ran the
Ballet
show
is
that day.
balling.
Yeah, he
Ballet
ran the
is
show.
balling. I'm also happy for Titus, you guys. Remember
Yeah.
Titus had an injury, but the way he has come back and the way he's playing is so good. It shows something that I really
I
love.
think
Okay,
the
what
player-
do we look forward to in this
Yeah.
second round?
So
Time for malaria.
the under malaria, then the under, is it under 23 under 21 kids, the ones that join the team,
Yeah,
the ones that are playing,
that's supposed to be double
they're
licensed.
they're doing really well.
Yeah, yeah.
The Matthews.
Yeah.
There's one in
Those-
KCCA, the one of High Hoops.
Yeah, those
Doing an awesome
Worried.
He's
job.
actually part
Worried.
of the under 18 team. Yeah, so you will
Worried,
watch him.
yeah,
Worried.
doing
You
a
will
very
watch
fantastic
him in Hoima very soon in June.
Definitely.
Because those
We-
guys are doing like a great job. Like even when we lost that City Oil game, Ajang had 15 points.
Oh,
Guys,
Ajang is
had
with Res
15
Life.
points, yes.
Ajang is
And
one
he's
of
part
my
those
boys.
So, and
I love good people. I love people
Yeah,
playing good
but-
basketball. Well, if you have something to comment about what we've been saying, go in the comment section.
Yeah, but don't also
Share with us.
Don't also forget to follow our sponsors, guys. IKEA. That is a plug for you. Everything
Yeah.
you need in basketball, mental health. They're the guys.
I care pharmacy.
Yeah.
I care basketball. I care everywhere. Look for I care
They
everywhere.
are the reason to why
Follow.
we are smart and we are here to talk about basketball, guys. We are
Definitely.
bringing you the stories because of them.
die.
Definitely.
has a solution.
Exactly. Till next time. God bless you.